This channel is supported by Truefire. Truefire is an online library of
You can get the Truefire All Access Pass for as cheap as they ever do it, the $99 thing. So just jump and do that if you're looking for the best price you can get Truefire All Access for. Mondays are when I do like a lick lesson, and today is no different. I wanted to do one that is one of my favorite ones that I kind of came up with a few years ago, but I think it's a really good little thing that if you can play this, I think gives like a lot of pointers into some cool legato lines anyway. But, oh, and my tabs for this and the backing track will go up on Patreon, which you can join for £2 a month if you so wish. Hopefully that's affordable and doesn't feel like it's ripping anyone off. The lick, we're in D major for this, and it's going to be a bit of a stretchy boy, and I was using this to kind of warm up just yesterday because I hadn't had much time to play guitar, and I had a gig in the night. So that's part one. In terms of thumb placement, like middle-ish of the neck is probably a good idea. And we're going to be in this B minor, D major kind of situation, and we're starting on, like, if you've got B minor, position 2, position 3, so we're starting on an E. Then we jump up from the 12th fret to the 17th. And come back down. So 12, 17, 14, down to 10, 15, 14, 12. And then we jump down a string to 14 and back up to 16. Now, I was watching David Beebe and Tom Quayle talk last night. Tom Quayle, I think, a super important legato educator, and he was talking about, like, these two fingers here. Sometimes, you know, one of the common things is that people find those kind of the weaker fingers, and he was saying, don't so much worry about it if those notes are not having. If you're early in your legato journey, those having less kind of velocity, and maybe even out the other notes to kind of more closely match those two slightly weaker fingers, rather than going in for totally hammering and totally like adding tension to your technique. He said it's harder to get that tension out once you've done it. So I thought that was an important thing to sort of say. I'm quite a tension guy, I think, but it's something to be aware of. So that, and then we go 16, 14, then we're going to repeat the pattern, so 14, 19, 16, 17, 16, 14,
slide down there. 14 to 12. Back up to 14. Down to 14 on the E string. And then we go up 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 16, 14, 16, 14, 15, 17. So take that slow, especially to start off with. It's going to feel, I think, kind of stretchy. I'm just picking string changes. Okay, that's in B minor, and what you might want to do whilst you're getting it up to speed is kind of give yourself a bit of a challenge moving it into some other keys. So here in A minor, G sharp minor or B major. Bearing in mind that the lower you go, obviously the wider some of these stretches are going to be, like G minor. Okay, and then F sharp minor. Okay, and you know, take it easy because it's going to be potentially something that's quite tricky for most of us. Important to notice fingering. So pinky down to ring. And try and keep that fingering consistent. We go all the way down to E minor. But even like F. It kind of has a little bit of a difficult thing going the other way as well, because things start to get crushed up. Or you run out of frets, so like C minor, C sharp minor, sorry. Anyway, that's one of my favourite little ones to sort of get warmed up with, or, you know, try and push myself a little bit with some of this stuff. I think it's quite a tricky one to get sort of in time. Not that I've done a great job there at all, but so, kind of a fun one. So again, be careful with your left hand, keep it relaxed as much as possible. I'll catch you in another video soon. Patreon to get the tab and the backing track. I'll put the tab, I'll tab it in like every key that I can play it in. And that could be like a fun thing. Try and like work this into your improvisation, like at any speed, just slowly as well. I think it's got quite a cool sound too. I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers for stopping by.